It took just a couple of overs and about 10 minutes for India to finish things off on the fourth day at Ranchi, and with it win the series 3-0. Now that's an impressive scoreline, but if you look deeper, India's dominance was perhaps even greater than that scoreline suggests. 2 of these 3 test matches were won by an innings imposing the follow-on and coming at South Africa relentlessly. In fact, only 2 South African batsmen got hundreds in this series, and those were scored in the first innings of the first test. After that, India completely dominant, and in these conditions where normally you would think, when you look back on this scoreline many years later, perhaps it was spin-friendly conditions. Nothing of the kind. These were good test pitches. India were just so far superior to South Africa, out-batted, out-bowled, out-fielded, out-captained, and basically completely destroyed South Africa in all aspects of this test series, establishing themselves firmly as the best test team in the world. And they now, in fact, have 240 points on the World Test Championship table and one foot virtually in the door as far as that place in the final of the World Test Championship in 2021 is concerned. Now, there were many standout bits of this Indian performance over the course of the Test series, but perhaps the most stark, and that is the number that will get discussed for years to come. India's pacers picked up 26 wickets in the series. So this series win was built not just on the back of the spinners performing well, 32 wickets combined for the spinners, but 26 for the fast bowlers. Umesh Yadav coming into the squad, in fact, wasn't named in the original squad, came in only because Jasprit Bumrah pulled out injured, but he comes in and picks up a bucket full of wickets in the 2 test matches that he plays. Mohammad Shami continues to grow in stature. They were hostile, beating the South Africans for pace, also bowling a lot of bouncers. Dean Elger got one on his helmet, which forced him to be substituted out of the game, and the Indians were so consistently hostile that South Africa simply wilted under the pressure. The sight of these Indian fast bowlers over the course of the series is perhaps going to remain the enduring image of this contest. It reduced South Africa to a distant second, and India's fast bowlers really emerged from this as a hunting pack that will be feared around the world. 3 Indian batsmen scoring double hundreds in the series, everyone virtually getting big averages in the contest. But the big headline from the end of this series will be Rohit Sharma's emergence as test opener. It was a bit of a gamble, but how well has that gamble paid off to allow Rohit Sharma to open the batting in test match cricket as well at the back of his success in one-day cricket. Rohit Sharma making more than 500 runs. He was the man of the series, made 100 in each innings in the first test match and then a double 100 in the final test match at Ranchi, and looked to be quite comfortable in the role. He wasn't overawed by the fact that he had to face the red ball, that he had slips behind him, that he had a pretty good South African attack at times to counter. Remember, 39 for 3 in the first innings at Ranchi, but he came through that as well. Clearly, India's experiment with that move has paid off, and Rohit Sharma can now expect to have a longish run as a test match opener, and perhaps a test career that he feels will be worth something, especially as there were lots of doubts about whether he can make it as a test batsman after having starts and stops over the course of the last few years.